you're here. Yeah, we're so glad you're here. Oh, we're so glad to be together in unity. We're so glad you're here. What are we talking about today? The fifth
principle yes.
of unity. All right. Which is the law of action. The law of action.
So we talked about principle number 1, God is. Principle number 2, we are, or I am. Principle number 3, the law of mind action. And principle number 4, which Reverend Karen talked about last week so beautifully, the law of prayer and meditation. So all of those mean absolutely nothing unless we take them into the 5th principle, which is the law of action. It's not enough to know these things. We have to actually put them into action, practice. So that's what today's law is about, the law of action.
Knowing and understanding these laws of life, also called truth, is not enough. A person must live the truth that he or she knows. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, tell the person next to you, say, I'm living it. So action and service is the way that we demonstrate our beliefs. Whatever you believe in, then that is what you are expressing in your life and through your body, through your mind, through your thoughts, right? Because just knowing about spiritual truth isn't really enough. You know, we can sit around and philosophize and intellectualize and analyze and scrutinize all of these wonderful truths that we believe. Right? But that's not enough. That's fun, that's good. But until we embody them, until we walk them out in our own shoes, right? Then they're just empty words, empty thoughts, empty beliefs. So it's through the thoughts, through our words, through our actions that we want to live the truth that we what? Know. And doing always follows being. Right? We are physical beings that are here to express heaven on earth, or spiritual traits into the physical world. Spiritual traits. Yeah, don't you love it when somebody is presenting as their spiritual person, as their spiritual self? And when you're in their presence, you feel loved, you feel appreciated, you feel cared for, you feel safe. Wouldn't it be great if the whole world was living in this way? How many know that it's possible? It's possible. It really is. We are all meant to give into life, because we're here to participate. Let's say it together. I participate in life. Yeah. I am a participant. We are meant to give. To give what? To give whatever we have, whatever that is. And that's where the exploration part comes in. You have to figure out what's in there, right? And as you begin to see what's on the inside, then you begin to express it, those spiritual traits into the world. And so we are, Jesus said that you would know, he said, you would know my peeps, and how, because of the way that they express love and joy. Isn't that great? Yeah. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is part of that we have to give. It's our gift to the world. It's our gift to ourselves. Because it's really, how many know it's really about you? Forgiving. So important. But if you turn the word forgive, you turn it around, it's to give for. To give. It's a gift that we give to each other. It's a gift. It's not, well, I'm going to forgive you because I'm so spiritual, because I am better than you, and I know better than you, but you poor little thing, you just don't get it, do you? So I'll forgive you. I mean, no, that's not it either. It's our gift that we give to each other. When you look at life, life is a gift. Everything is a gift. Isn't it? It's all a gift. How many here created oxygen so you could breathe this morning? Anybody here had to plug in the sun before you got up and so that we'd have sunshine? Yeah, no, I don't think so. Because how many know it's all there for us, isn't it? It's all here for us. And the same divine source that provides the sunshine and the rain and the clothes and the foods will also provide everything else that you need. Take a breath. But James, it doesn't always feel like I'm being provided for. I don't always feel connected. I don't always, have what I need. What do I do? Then you need to start reaching out and participating in your life at a deeper level. There may be something that you need to go a little deeper about. Say with me, oh. I didn't know you were going to talk about this. I know, I didn't either until just now. But it's important to go deeper with these things. When you get stuck, have you ever been stuck in a rut? Jesus said that the blind lead the blind, they both fall in the ditch. Well, the ditch is so crowded today that everybody thinks that's the place to be. Everybody's in a rut. Well, I'm just like everybody else,
I was thinking, how many of us have had those times when, something is not going right or appearing the way that we want? So we go to the bookstore to look for a book that will help us understand what to do. And we find the book of 8 Easy Steps.
Yes.
And we take it home and we set it to the side and we go, yep, I'm going to get to that. And we put it on the bookshelf and we somehow think that we absorbed the 8 easy steps just because we bought the book.
Yes.
The book is on the shelf. I have that. Somehow there's an osmosis thing. And it doesn't work that way, does it? You have to delve into the contents and you have to apply them, understand them and apply them. That's why so many times on Sundays we're saying take this stuff home and work with it this week. Because if you just hear it on Sunday and you leave and you go, oh, that was fun, on with the rest of the week, it doesn't do you any good. There may be things that come along the week that remind you, oh yes, what I heard, I need to think about that again. But unless you put it into practice, unless you delve into these teachings, truth, when you really need it, when the crap hits the fan, the proverbial stuff, and you need it, you want to have been practiced in these. Keep doing the work.
I want to talk about those books that people don't read.
Yeah.
I think if we decided to have a spiritual book sale, we could gather hundreds and thousands of books
just from our house.
Just from our house and everybody else's, right?
We have so many books.
We are constantly reborn and renewed in spirit.
Yes.
Every time we act upon our beliefs, we are reborn. Think about that. What do you mean by that, James? Well, every time you step into who you are, you're giving birth to the greater you, to the true you, to the true self. Do you hear what I'm saying? Every time you embody this divine nature, you are being born anew. again and again and again. I remember when we first came to Greenville, we were in the grocery store. People would walk up to us and say, "Are you saved? Have you been born again? What church do you go
Have you
to?"
gone to church?
And I say, "Yes, yes, 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 yes. Amen. God bless you." But we are all reborn anew in every single moment that we embody the truth of who we are. Somebody should write that down.
They should.
Maybe write a book about that.
Maybe they should.
So that
we
people won't read it.
Buy it and put it on our shelf. Yeah, so the answer, if someone says to you, "Have you been born again?" the answer is yes, because every time I take a breath, there's the opportunity to do something different, something new. There's a freshness every time I take a breath, and I am born anew every time I take that breath and have that opportunity to recognize Spirit.
That's right. So here's a prayer for you to pray every morning. This is your mission, if you choose to take it and act on it. How may I serve? How may I serve? All right? How may I serve? How can I serve today? How may I serve? Finding joyful ways to serve others becomes our passion. Are you passionate about your passion? Right? Yeah, I think I'm going to try to start a new business. I'm thinking about maybe,
Opening up a used bookstore.
I forgot what I was going to say it. When you talk like that, you're just like, open a used bookstore. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But finding joyful ways to serve others. How can I give joy? Bring joy. I mean, no, it's BYOJ. Bring your own joy. Don't wait for somebody else to give it to you. You bring it because it's all inside you. Right? Mm-hmm. It's just the walls and the barriers that we've created to keep us from living the truth that we know and speaking up when we need to speak up, to say what we need to say, to act out in the way that we need to act. Right? Mm-hmm. Somebody says, "Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What am I going to do? How do I do what I'm..." Just be who you are. That's so simple. Right? You're already the light. All you have to do is just turn the switch on. How do you do that? Everybody smile. I just turned on the switch. Right? Just be your true, joyful self. Yeah. Find that within you and let yourself be that. Yeah. In the scriptures, the servant holds the highest value. Right? Mm-hmm. Because the source of life, divinity, serves all of us. Right? You ever think about that? The source of all life is holding me up right now. It's making it so that when I move my hand, it does things. It picks up this glass. It cuts the pizza so that I can get me a slice. Right? There are things that you do with your hand. You can caress your loved one's face. Right? And there's a warmth that's there. Do you feel that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a healing energy that's in your hands. And some of you are massage therapists and you have that healing energy and you exercise it, and it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? But all of us have that. That's what those little spindly things on the end of your arm are for. Is to reach out to outreach, reach out to others. And sometimes, you just need a hug. I try not to hug people unless they request it, because some people don't like to be hugged. Have you noticed that? And there are reasons why. You say, yeah, but I'm going to hug them because they need a hug. No, if they needed it, you'll know, right? Just pay attention.
So I was thinking that really the highest form of service to humanity that we can engage in is to get up every day with the intention of being the highest, best, and having the most naturalized Christ consciousness coming through our lives. Just being that. That's really the highest service that we can do to humanity, is living from that place and displaying that. And then whatever acts of service that we actually put into action, and the things that we do that we feel are our gifts, that are our passion, when we do those, they're just like supercharged with, with divine energy. They're just,
Absolutely.
Living in that Christ consciousness truly is the greatest gift that we can offer the world. Because that's what they need.
What did Eric say about it?
Eric Butterworth said that God can only do for you what he or she can do through you. So God can't do any more for you than she can do through you. It's being that conduit, being that open channel to always be in that place of, how can I serve? Here I am, Spirit. Use me in whatever capacity. Let my words be your words. Flow through me in my actions. And just living as a conduit for that divine Spirit to flow through. Every time you meet someone at the cash register, and you have that exchange, being able to just let Spirit flow through you. And maybe you'll say something that will affect them in a way that nothing else could have or would have. Maybe no one else has told them that day how much they're appreciated, and they need to hear that. And you say something. So it's always just being in that.
And maybe you will annoy them.
Well.
And sometimes that wakes people up.
Yeah.
Just don't do it on purpose, right?
But I think just being in that space of every day waking up and saying, okay, this is another day that I get to walk upon this beautiful planet and be Christ consciousness in flesh. Meet my fellow humans in this journey and be the highest expression of love and kindness and joy that I can be. And even if I feel yucky, if I make that vow, if I make that commitment to myself, set that intention when I wake up first thing in the morning, that can actually shift what I'm feeling, because I don't always feel connected or feel like I want to do X, Y, Z, right? But when we set that intention, it can actually change those feelings, because feelings are very temporary. Mm-hmm. Have you discovered that feelings are temporary? Right?
They change constantly.
They do.
So service is the way of the universe.
Yeah.
That's how the universe works. There is this wholeness that exists. And you and I are here in the world to add to the wholeness, to add to the whole. If you weren't here, there would be a missing piece. We need you, right? Mm-hmm. We need you. We need you to add your piece. If you are here, it's because your purpose is still needed in the world, right? But, people think, oh, not me. I mean, I don't really contribute that. I don't do that much, Yes, you do. Just by you being here makes a difference. Your energy makes a difference because you bring your energy everywhere you go, right? You carry your energy with you, whatever that energy is. And if you've meditated a little bit and you've learned how to pray and you've learned how to be centered, then you carry that life force with you everywhere you go. Just sitting in your house, there's a beacon of light being extended to the world that adds to the overall goodness of the world. Isn't that amazing? I'm talking about you. That's who you are. Now, you don't see it with your physical eyes. You just see the fruit of it. You just see the results. But the truth of it is you are a light being. Your body is made of photons of light. You're a being of light. You carry light with you. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So that's service is love in action. When you serve, you give and share a part of yourself that opens you up to your gifts. If you want to know what your gifts are, begin to reach out to other people. Begin to talk to other people. Begin to sing to other people. Begin to be around other people. And you know what? Your gifts will begin to come out. But if you're just kind of isolated and walled yourself off at home, then your gifts get stuck. Say it with me. Oh my. Right? So what you want to do is you want to be around people so that you can let the good come out. And that's when you begin to discover what is inside of you when you open up and you start to give, you start to reach. It's listening, it's communication, it's sharing your positive energy, it's using your body, mind, and your spirit for doing good works, doing good things. See, I'm not here to hurt anybody. Are you? Are you here to hurt anybody? If you are, raise your hand. We need to know. But I think you're probably here because you want to do good in the world. Is that true? Yeah. Yes, that's why we're here, is to do good works, to do good things, to help people. And you know what happens when you do that? You start burning off a lot of karma. Say it with me, that feels good.
That feels good.
As you begin to share and give, you start burning up the karma, whatever that is in your life, whatever your own personal curriculum that you're working on, you're burning it up because you're a flame of fire and light. That's what you are.
Yeah.
You ever have somebody get around you and say, boy, that person, she just burns me up. Yeah, that's what she's supposed to do. That's why she's here, but in a good way. So if you reap what you sow, then start planting good seeds.
Yeah.
So you can reap a great harvest. Whatever past mistakes you made can be healed through your service to others. Oh, say it with me. Oh, I'm going to say that again. Whatever past mistakes you made can be healed through your service to others. Woohoo! You're not very excited, I guess. Maybe the second service. Oh, we don't have a second service. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Not to mention all the good vibes and the good feelings you get when you do good stuff for people. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You give somebody a gift and they say, oh, I already got one of those. No, they look at you and they say, hey, thank you. And they smile and they're appreciative. And there's an energy exchange. How many know there's an energy exchange that's constantly going on between all of us? We all bring our energy with us wherever we go, and you feel it. And it's important to share it because your energy is valuable. It's valuable. your energy is more important than anything else you own in your life because it makes you who you are, right? Your energy that you carry with those good feelings. Wow. So serving others, service work to others, takes you outside of your own head. I mean, a lot of people are stuck in their head. They're just like walking around as a head, you know. It's just a talking head. Have you ever thought about yourself like that? And your body just kind of dragged along, you know. With the head, you know, we're going this way. And what is the head always trying to do? It's always trying to, why am I here? What's this about? Let's say together, I'm a mover, and a shaker. I get things done. Who do people call when they want something done? They call you, right? How many raise your hand? People call you, don't they? Yeah. They call you because they know you'll do it. Isn't it the truth? Because you're a mover and a shaker and you get things done. Bob Simon wrote a song about that, about movers and shakers. Good song.
Yeah.
So, this morning, we're sending out the bat signal. Do you see it? And we're looking for Wonder Women's. Wonder Women.
Wonder people.
And Supermans. You say, but I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're the superheroes in the world right now. Did you know that? Yes, you are. You've been called. You've been chosen. You've been brought out. You've been picked out to be a superhero right now and carry the all-loving goodness of God wherever you go. Wow. Now, you can't leave this service today and say, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. We just told you. Listen to it again until you get it. I'm a superhero. Right now, I know I look like Clark Kent. But when I take off my glasses, whoo.
So I think, as a spiritual community, we're all responsible for the care of the facility itself, but we're responsible for the care of one another. And I think when someone walks in the front door for the very first time and encounters our community and encounters this teaching, this thing we call unity, we want them to stay, not because we want to have big numbers and we want to be some, woohoo, look at them. We want them to stay because we want them to get embedded in the teaching so that they can experience a change in their life. Yeah. Isn't that why you kept coming to Unity? Because it's changed something for you? So when people come in the door, we want to have things available for them to move into that helps take them into our teachings, into the principles, so that they can get it and they can experience change. And one of the ways we can do this is by having small groups.
Right.
We can have groups established that they can be put into and be a part of a smaller group where they can get to know a small group of people, so that when they come in the door, they're like, yeah, I know you. Oh yeah, you're in that group I go to. I know you. There's an immediate connection where they know people and they're getting deeper teachings. So in the first, March 1st, we're going to start another round of small groups. We did this last year with Reverend Karen Patrick. She headed those up. And we're going to start that again in March. And I want to invite you, as a part of taking this message this morning seriously and personally, to think about what kind of small group could you consider hosting or facilitating. Maybe that's a hiking club. We've had that before, and that works really well. What's hiking got to do with deepening your spirituality and getting more into the unity teachings and so forth? Well, when you go for that hike, maybe you started out by reading the daily word, and as you're hiking, you talk about that. You talk about the things that are in there that are meaningful to you. You begin to relate to that. Maybe you want to have a book group. Maybe you want to study a particular book. Maybe you want to go to a movie and have dinner once a week or something. There's all kinds of things that you can do based on your passion, your interests, and what you can make a connection with people in. So I want you to think about that, and toward the end of February, I want you to come to me and bring me your idea of what you're going to do. How many will at least consider that?
Look at all these superheroes. Wow.
Okay, at least consider it. It could be something that you do live, in your home, at a restaurant, at a meeting place, at the local library, here at the church if the space is available, out on the pavilion when the weather warms up. It could be a Zoom event. Maybe you want to do a book group and you want to do it via Zoom so that you can have people that live further out, because we have some people that travel here for 45 minutes and an hour. Did you know we have people that travel 45 minutes and an hour to get here on Sundays? That's how meaningful this is to them. So maybe you want to have something like that. But I want you to think about that this week, because really putting ourselves into service to our other community members is really about how do we get together and support one another in our spiritual.
Some people love cleaning the house. Anybody here like cleaning the house?
There's someone.
All
We
right,
need to
all right.
introduce you to
Thank
the Sparkle
you.
team.
Well, our Sparkle team gets together
Oh, yeah.
every other Thursday, and from 1 to 3, and they clean. And they all have their own tasks. One will come in and do the vacuuming. One will come in and do the dusting. One will come in and change the towels and the tissue paper and all of that. And they all have their different jobs that they do. And they take care of business, and they get it done and get things looking good. So that when you and I get here on Sunday, it's like, oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Right? It feels so good, doesn't it, to be in a clean space? Do you know that we have a machine that's connected to our HVAC system that kills 99.9% of all the bacteria in this room? That's why there's a lot of people that don't come. No, I'm just kidding. Because your body is mostly bacteria.
So there will be a prayer meeting following the service, and we're all going to lay hands on this one and pray for him.
But, you know, if something's out of place, it's like when we first came, there were no teams. There was 12 people here. 12 people. And so somebody came to me and said, excuse me, Reverend, but there's no toilet tissue in the bathroom. I said, oh. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, would you mind? I'm getting ready to, get up and do my thing. Would you mind to go over here in the closet and put it? Oh, I would be happy to do that. Thank you so much. And she did it. And then she came to me after the service. She said, I'd be willing to do that every week. I'd be willing to make sure that the bathroom is clean and stocked with all the supplies. I said, well, thank you so much. And that was the beginning of that group, of that team. And how many know that's how you do it? You don't look at things and say, oh, that's awful. You say, how can I help? What can I do about it? Right? If you see a full trash can, what do? You take the bag out, you empty it, and put it in the trash outside, and then you get another one, and you put in there, and you go, oh, isn't that better? And so if we all do this kind of thing, and do it because we want to, do it because we're all superheroes, and that's just what we do, right? Then everything gets done. Because ours is a community that supports the whole. We're not here just to take or to receive. We must complete the circle and give back to each other and give back in whatever way that we can. We want to make sure that unity is around for a long time to come, don't we? Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. To hand it over to our children as a gift, as a well-oiled, not machine, but an organism, a living organism that they step into and they take it and they go with it, right? It's truly wonderful when we all get to share in the good that we've been blessed with and we keep it going. If you see a need, think about what you can do about it. Yeah. Can you give some time to it? And here's the beautiful thing. We've decided to do 20 service projects, And how many have we done so far? 8?
I don't know.
And
Rich is not here, so.
Yeah, we're giving coats and things like that to the homeless that are out on the street. Right, Dory? And they're cold. And sometimes they don't have the awareness. It gets warm and they just take it off. Right? They just don't know. They don't have anywhere to put it. Yeah. So it's something that we can do for them, right? How many know that we can do something? We can always do something. See, we get stuck because we think, I can't do it all, so I don't do anything. I can't fix it, so I don't do anything. But if you can help one person, there's a scripture that says to offer a cup of cold water to somebody who's thirsty, and you have fulfilled the law of life. Isn't that amazing?
Well, I just want to say that our group here is fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
About supporting every community project that we bring in front of you to participate in, whether it's collecting school supplies, coats, things for the women's show, whatever it is, you all just step up.
Yeah.
Pat yourself on the back. Y'all are just, this is an incredible, incredible community.
If you can't give your time, can you pray? Can you set aside a few minutes to just sit and pray and just believe and trust? Or maybe ask somebody, do you need me to pray for you? And it doesn't have to be a fancy prayer. Just, I love you, I appreciate you, and I envision you receiving the highest and best in your life. Wasn't that easy? Yeah. Right? So time, prayer, your talents, and sometimes money, I mean, money is important too. We need funding to make sure that everything gets done, right? That we have so that we can pay all these utilities and make sure that we have everything that we need, that we have a staff, So taking seriously this idea, this beautiful attitude of loving your neighbor and loving God. Loving your neighbor and loving God. We love God through the love and care that we give to others. Right?
Yeah, because others, that's God peeking out of those eyeballs.
That's right.
So when I do something for you, it's as I'm doing it for Spirit, for God, because that's Spirit there, right?
The divine is the Spirit of life that shows up around us and in us. So love that Spirit. Love that Spirit. Encourage that Spirit in people, because that's divinity. And that feeling that you'll get is, I have done my best today. When you lay your head down at night, and you can say, I've done my best today. What a great feeling that is. And you will absolutely be demonstrating your love of divinity, and your love of people, and your love of life. Let me say that again. I have done my best today. Yeah, let's say it together. I have done my best today. Wow. Let's take a breath. So as we quiet our minds and we rest our bodies, we begin to sense and notice that there is more going on than what I can see. There's a loving kindness that exists out beyond the mind, an intelligence that knows exactly what you need right now, what you're going to need tomorrow, next week. And so now, just breathing gently and easily, I become aware of this loving presence. By whatever name, it's all the same. One power, one presence, one love, one light. So lean in this morning. Lean in. Lean in. Let yourself receive exactly what you need today. Everything that you need to do later, you'll get it done. Just relax. Lean back to the loving arms of Spirit. Feel that power within you, that power source from which all good things come. And let us together hold the highest and best for our nation, for our country, for our government, for our world, for every nation, every person on this planet, for all the creatures, for the planet itself. We hold the high watch. And we live in expectancy of good things. More beauty, more sharing, more caring, more enlightenment, more good. Let us hold that in our being this morning. If you see error, forgive. Forgive. It is in the forgiveness that we heal ourselves. The forgiveness of others will heal you. If you know of someone that you would like to pray for this morning, I invite you to whisper their name aloud, surrounding them with your prayers, their loving energy. Envisioning their good, affirming their very best. And this morning, let us pray for each other. Let us hold each other in our thoughts, in our visualizations, seeing each other in a new way as we really are. All of us are children of God with purpose, with talents and abilities and gifts. Everybody. And so that's what we see. That's what we see. We have that expectancy and knowing that that is the truth of our being. Let us affirm comfort for those that are experiencing loss, for those that are in pain and suffering. We hold them in the light of love. The homeless people that are children of God, we see them whole, we see them well. We're so grateful for each other. And let us vow or make the commitment to be there for each other in new and fresh ways, that we could be helpful to one another. How may I serve? What is mine to do? I can't do it all. I can't fix it all, but there's something I can do. So what is that for you? It's the only question you need to answer this morning is, how may I serve? So we take a breath of that. And finally, we just say, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for all things. Thank you. And I invite you just to sit for just a moment in the stillness of this healing time. So we offer our appreciation and thanks. We say, thank you, God. And we thank each other for the God that is in all of us. And we say, Amen. And so it is.